that mine, you did got them codes, you at the end of the day, you done made your earning, even though you all covered up in codes, but you did what it took to get your place and your wife and your family taken care of.
Yeah.
So yes, there's a lot of dirty jobs out there, but you have to do what it takes to get to where you want to be.
That's right.
Yes. And all of my jobs and along the way, I wasn't easy getting a PhD or a bachelor's degree. Not at all. A lot of times I'm like, oh, this here right, write this, write that,
Yeah.
I even start, getting a recording it. And then my wife started transcribing it, for me. So I just start talking on the recorder hours at a time.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm writing this book, but a lot of it just because it's really written.
Right.
Yeah. So I really like that. So I feel like I could write another one.
That's awesome.
Just different little blogs. We have a thing called iDoc. It was just set statements or other people set statements and we write them down. And then, so put them in this little booklet, and pass them out. And it's just get half thoughts, about who you are, what it is you want to do in life.
Yeah, because and I'm glad that you said something about that, Dr. Robert, as far as you writing your book, because that was something I never thought I could do. And like I said before, I remember somebody telling me years ago, everybody has a story, everybody's an author in their own way.
That's right.
And they said they have a story to tell. So I know when I got to writing, I was like, wow, I'm actually really writing. But I always thought that this was something, never think that you can't do anything, because, with the strength, we can do anything with confidence and believing in ourselves, we can do anything. So, like you said, it's just like you just writing your own story down on paper.
That's right. Like the name of my book is Unaware of Your Awareness.
Awesome. That is awesome. I love that. Unaware of your, say it again, Dr. Roberts. Unaware of your own.
Excuse me. Unaware of your awareness.
That's good. That is really good. Wow.
Yeah. So people talk about aware of this, aware of that, but are you really aware of what it is that you are doing?
Right. Exactly. Wow.
Yeah. And the subtitle is Dyslexic and how I came up with it.
That's good. That's good. Because I think a lot of people need to know that. I think a lot of people need to know the trials and the tribulations that we've had to overcome. Because most people think, oh well, yeah, you went through that or you did that, and they have no idea till you actually write that narrative, write your story and be like, yeah, I went through it. We have went through different things, even though they're not the same, but we all, have a story.
That's right. And just by me being in sixth grade, knowing that I was dyslexic, and a special education teacher, and then we integrate. And while we getting off the bus one day, the vice principal say, why integrate if life is going to amount to nothing?
Oh, wow. That was harsh.
That was, and so instead of two other teachers, and one of them seeing the guy was walking, and all of a sudden the vice principal just spin around and looked at me. I looked at her and looked up at the sky and walked away. So just knowing what my parents had encouraged me to do, and was doing for me as well as my uncles and auntie, it was just extra motivation to get to where I wanted to get.
Right.
Just being in the sixth grade, just being in the sixth grade, I really wanted to learn how to do the stuff that I was doing. So, and after hearing that, I could have easily turned into a drug head seller and drug seller and all that other unnecessary stuff. That, right now, probably laying in the graveyard.
And that's true.
Yeah. So, and just living the fast lane. Just because someone else said I can't.
Right. Exactly. And it's like you have to have that willpower to say, I don't have to do this, even though we get older, when we transition to a teenager, a young adult, and all that good stuff, we know that we're gonna try things and we're gonna do things. But then there's just some things that's just not meant for us. Even if we was around it, we like, this is not me. I've experienced situations where I was around wrong crowds and stuff, but I always knew even then it wasn't like me, and so it didn't feel good. So like I said, like you said, it takes you walking away. It takes you saying, "This is not me. This is not my character. I'm not doing this. I'm walking away."
Right. And I have a few friends. I mean, every other word out of their mouth was a curse word. And they went to saying, "James, you just don't curse." I said, "For what?" But I said, to me, cursing is just filling in a word that you don't know.
Right. Right.
So I know what you were saying.
And like
actually, one time I said, I don't curse because I scare people with this here deep voice, so I just don't do it.
That's good. But you know what, Dr. Robin, if it's not in your character, if that's not the person that you are, why try to and that's just like anybody else, why don't you try to do something or try to fit in? Because I know with some of us that we used to try to fit in. I was one of them, coming up as a young adult. Why do it? If it doesn't fit me and I know that's not my personality and character, why am I trying to say something or do something that I know that is really not even in my nature?
That's right. And a lot of my friends said, "You are really quiet, James." No, I said, "But when I say something, you understand me, don't you?" Yes, because you are very direct about what it is that you have to say.
Right.
So I'm not just talking off the side of my head.
Exactly. Like most people are not direct, and some people don't know how to take, of other people when they're direct or when they're upfront, versus someone else that's not upfront or direct, and they just like, oh, whatever goes. But at some point, it shouldn't be like whatever goes. You need to be able to have a voice, be bold, stand up, be authentic, be who you are, and say, hey, this is me. This is how I say it. If I said it rude or anything, or if I said it direct, I'm saying it because this is me. And sometimes, we can't be so direct that we be misunderstood, and you can say, hey, and then when a person is around you long enough, they get to know you and they know that's who you are, and they know that you're coming direct, that you're coming boldly, and you're going to say what you got to say.
That's right. Like my grandmother would say, I forgive you. She said something to her negative, I have to come back and say this.
Yeah. Yeah. bringing Dr. Roberts back up, y'all.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Robert.
That's okay. Hey, Mary, how are you?
Yeah, I just want to say hi, and I'm going to follow you.
Oh, hi, Mary. Thank you so much.
Sorry, Dr. Robert. What are you going to do? Thinks my mother would curse, but I'm trying very hard not to. It's been a norm in my family. Sorry, it's my Armenian roots. What can I tell you? But I really do not like cursing. I try very, very hard not to curse. And my niece became a communication major and wanted to be an interrogator and got married. And I would be like, why is this child majoring in communication? This whole family, all they do is talk, talk, talk. And one day she said to me, she's my favorite, by the way, and they all are, but this one is special. She said to me, Aunt Mary, I love the way you communicate, but there's one problem. And I said, what do you mean? And I said, but Alicia, what are you going to do with communication? Like, what are you going to do? And she said, don't worry about that. There's one problem. She said, you just don't know how to listen.
Oh, wow.
But it was not directed, today I think about it, it's not directed towards me specifically. It's the entire family.
Yeah.
They're all at the same time. And the conversation is not going anywhere.
And you know what? It's like that sometimes. And you don't have to apologize, Mary, because it's not just your family. And so many of our families out there, we've been so used and accustomed of hearing everything and saying and get used to it. And even though we can break the habit, but when it gets repetitive, we're so used to saying it, or we're like, okay, how can I fix it, or how can I change this? Because every day is a process, and you get better at it, even though sometimes you may have slip ups, but it's a process, and you just keep going on with the process. But listening is very, very vital. Because sometimes, guess what, Mary? I don't listen. Sometimes I don't listen the way that I'm supposed to listen. And I can listen to other people all day long, but when it comes to me, listen to somebody else and somebody's talking to me, sometimes I'm mishearing what they're saying, and then I have to do a reality check and be like, well, Karen, you took this the wrong way. Like I was telling Dr. Roberts about, some of us being direct and bold and open. Sometimes when some people are direct with me, I may take it another way, and that's not the way that they meant it.
No.
Right.
And maybe that's the reason why this family talks so much, and they keep repeating, and they're very direct and very bold, and my family's very bold to the point. Because nobody seems to understand one another. Everybody is so extreme opinionated. That no mediation. There's no medium ground. But as I watch this young girl grow up to be a woman, and now she's married, I watch her sometimes, and she has her ways.
Yeah. And we all do.
And we all do. We all do. And as Dr. Roberts said, sometimes he doesn't talk.
Right.
And listening, I'm learning at this old age of mine, and it's really, really beautiful. Because I've been in communication all my life. I was a businesswoman, as he knows. And all I did was listen to my accounts, the problems, fixing problems, and this. And sometimes I would come home and I would be so agitated because I couldn't verbalize.
Yeah.
And customers are not always right, and I used to prove that they were not right. And it was an agreement that we had to reach, and we did, and it was based on communication and listening and being silent. And there's always a paper trail.
Right.
And back in the day, we used to write everything. There was no computers. And sometimes people didn't write. To this day in my field, it's about writing. And it's miscommunication, even in texting. I text certain people and they're like, what are you getting at? I'm like, I just want to see how you are. But when you write things down or text people, the concept is lost. But when you converse, when you have a conversation, that context is not lost, so we can explain ourselves.
Exactly.
Different forms of communication.
That's true. That is so true.
Yeah, and Dr. Robert, I did make up with my mom, by the way. Yeah. What a woman. Amazing. She's going to be 95 years old.
That's awesome.
Celebrate this.
That's a blessing. Yes. Yeah.
So by saying this, have a blessed day, and thank you for allowing me to share. And thank you so much, and everyone have a wonderful, wonderful day.
You too, Mary. Take care. And we're bringing Dr. Roberts back up, everybody. Thank you so much, Mary, for coming up and sharing.
Yeah, I liked it. It gave me a time to make a cup of coffee.
Okay.
So, besides, I'm in no hurry. I really enjoy the conversations and all the people that's joining in.
Yes.
And so, yes, I like that. She had that thought that she wanted to say it right then and there. And then the DM, they didn't put up. I did that last night. Someone said say something. I just responded, and he just kept on talking, but he made my statement his.
Wow.
Just at the end, and it just felt good, And then after a while, the other person went off, and then he asked me to come up, and so I came up, and we talked, and the other people came up, and it was just backwards and forth, and we just had really good dialogue going.
That's awesome. So, great conversations, great. Because this is something that we need to do. We need to have an outlet where people are, just honest, that we are real. We're having real life conversations. We're talking about honesty, transparent, where we're at, where we're going, the progress that we have made. Like, we're not at the first stage anymore. We moved up, and you need to celebrate every milestone where you progress from.
Yeah, I pat myself on the back all the time.
Yes.
I'm proud of it.
Yes. Yes. And I see, Dr. Roberts, that, a lot of people are actually touched by your work and just, your clients and how they enjoy just working with you because of your authenticity and because of your honesty and the things that you've even been through yourself.
That's right. One of my clients, every year, he will say, here's your allowance. Just call and talk to me. I just want to send you your allowance. So, okay. You've been doing it for about the last 10, 15 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah. They could say Christmas present, but time around Christmas, it's my allowance. I feel good about that.
Yeah, because you know that you have touched somebody, in a different way. You know that you helped someone, see a different light and a different life of their path,
Mm-hmm. And it feels really good. My mentor said, you want to splurge your surplus on yourself. But when your surplus
Yes.
What is going out is good, and
Right.
Come back is good. So, and that's the way I feel like right now. I'm having the opportunity to share my knowledge and wisdom with
Yes.
the world right now. So, and yes, and what's coming back is the reality of I did good, and I know God is smiling.
Yes, He is. It's always a pleasure to. It's always a pleasure to give back, and a lot of people think giving back has to be materialistic things all the time. No, like you say, giving your knowledge, your wisdom, your faith, um, giving them that encouragement, that inspiration, saying, "Hey, I can do this too. I can be this too, and I can feel this way too. I want to feel peace." It's those things that matters.
Exactly. And it doesn't really take much, for you to decide to go ahead and do it for yourself first.
Right.
Yeah. That's one of the key things. As long as you're taking care of you, then the rest of it's going to come, just going to come.
Yes. Yes.
You are the one creating it to have it for yourself, and you enjoying it to the point that you want to share it and have it flow out.
Right, because you're creating your own life. That's what you're doing. Not nobody else's life, but you're creating your own. And so, as mentors and as peers, you're teaching that other person you can create your own life too. What you make of it is your choice, and even if it may not be going in the right turn that you want it to right now, you have to believe and have the faith and have the confidence to know it can turn into another direction. But I am in control. I mean, God is in control first. For us believers, God is in control. And then I'm also in control of making it happen, with my actions and by faith. Let's take another turn because this is not working. This is not me. We've all been there. This is not working. So let's turn a new leaf in life and let's do something about this.
That's right. And as years pass, your friends will come to me and say, "Hey Jay, how you doing?" And they would talk to me like normal. They don't use the curse word.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And one of the other friends curse, and they said, "Don't curse around James. He don't curse."
Mm-hmm.
But and the guy said, "Oh, he's in church or something." He said, "Just don't curse around him."
But you know why they would say that, Dr. Roberts? Because they respect who you are, and even though there are some of us that are still working on our communication and language. Like I said, it's a progress every day. Like I told Mary, whatever we may be dealing with, it's a process every day, and we're getting better every day. So the fact that they respect you and be like, okay, I may not have this down pat, I may still say this, I may still do this, but I'm gonna make sure that I respect the man of God. I'm gonna make sure I respect Dr. Roberts. I'm gonna make sure I respect so and so because I'm trying to make a change. I'm trying to make a change for the better, and I want to give this person that respect to not disrespect them in this way in my language.
That's right, and that's just from us being teenagers and coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was around 20 something. We all was around in our 20s,
Yeah.
But when I made that statement, wow, he really respected me. That's just, and he respected himself enough to acknowledge that.
Right. Exactly. And like you said, Dr. Rock, that was the key. His first step was acknowledging that, wow, this is something I need to get better at, and this is something I need to do. So I'm not going to I'm going to respect. I'm going to respect him. I'm going to respect this person. And like you said, he is the one that acknowledged it first.
That's right. And it felt good to me. You know, it's just like cause and effect. You know, what's the cause of the effect that he gave me? Himself.
Right. Right.
Because he gave it to himself first.
That's right. That's right. That is so true. And so we all learn, you know, you know, we all learn. And like I was saying before too, we all get better by and by learning from each other, because, you know, there is, and when we're talking to each other, we never realize that, hey, I didn't know he or she, like I said before, went through this or had a problem with this. But now that they're done and over with it, they can help me, you know, get over it.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's been really fun talking with you. I know I'm going to see what the little lady is doing. Just let it play. You know, I like to just play. People just come on and I listen to it. And sometimes I chime in.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Dr. Roberts, for coming up and sharing your thoughts today. And I hope you and your family have a great day. And we're bringing Mary back, you guys, before we get off. Hey, Mary.
I got a message for Dr. Robert. I meant to tell him what a little woman he must have. What a big heart.
Yes.
What generosity she has, that she gives him this gift of sharing.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She's a treasure.
Very, very treasure. I know that she is glad and honored to have him in her life.
I don't know her name, but Dr. Robert, please tell her, the girl from New Jersey, originally from Queens, New York, cursed the hell out of everyone. It didn't like it, but that's the way it was.
Yeah.
And they became amazing people, by the way, those people that everyone thought we were bad. We were not bad. We were just trying to communicate. And that was the words that we needed to use. And we all basically were the same.
Yeah.
And but he really has a special gift.
Very, very.
Yeah.
He does.
And that comes once in a lifetime. Some we look for thousands of years and it doesn't happen. Because I was married, and one of the problems that he had with me was because I was always out there working, and didn't like it. And but he knew that before I got married.
Right.
He knew that. I knew him for 20 years prior to my marriage.
Wow.
He was friends, and at the end we became enemies. And that I forgive him.
Yeah.
That was his knowledge. That was his thinking. That was his, I don't want to say narrow-minded, but that was his upbringing.
Right.
But to be in service, you need a special partner.
Oh, yes.
In any field.
In any field. Mm-hmm.
In any field. And I wish everyone the same. And today I look back, I'm 61, and I love my life. I truly love
Awesome.
every second of my life, whether it was painful, grateful, joyous, sad. I loved it, and I would live it 1,000 times over and over again. And I always say, and I'm going to end this, I lived a privileged life. And I think Dr. Goodman knows what I mean by that. It has nothing to do with money.
Right.
Money is basically just comes like allowances.
Yeah.
It's a gift. And that your knowledge should be shared and given. today I want to share all the knowledge that I gained. I was privileged by living in multiple countries, knowing multiple languages, being with, I am multicultural, multi-religious, and all love comes in many forms.
Right.
And I want to spread that love, because when you give love, there is no expectations. It just keeps coming back.
That's right. That's right.
And so I'm going to end this. Have an amazing day. God bless everyone.
God bless you too, Mary.
To have wisdom where we could share it and communicate. What a privilege.
What a privilege.
This was because I didn't know such things existed.
It's a blessing.
I was like, you do the footwork face to face. That's how I grew up, and he knows that. And but what a privilege to meet all these wonderful people.
So lovely to meet you too, Mary.
Karen, we are blessed.
We are
privileged, and we are spreading love and joy and kindness. And yeah, from time to time we get angry. It's a normal reaction.
It's normal.
Human experience.
Yes, it is.
So as I was talking to MT, I'm going to make fried chicken. Usually I have it for breakfast, but I'm going to start now.
Yummy.
So, my dear, have a beautiful, beautiful day.
You too, Mary.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mary and Dr. Robert, for coming and sharing. I love the love. I love spreading the love. I'm glad you guys shared your journeys and your expertise and your wisdom with everybody. We are here on the live Stay True Community Podcast live via YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and my wisdom family over here. So thank you so much for you guys tuning in and listening in. Any comments or any questions that you would have for me, please feel free to send me a message or email me. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and we will be doing our Monday check-ins and our Monday live podcast, just like always every week. Again, if you have any questions or anything that you want to ask, please feel free to send me a message. I hope you guys have a great week. Bye.